Hey, alright, it's the Purple Yeti. I'm back again with my ridiculous moniker. A moniker that really hasn't run its course yet. So, still here, still got it. I got my tasty beverage. Yummy. TM. I'm not gonna pay that. It's an exciting week. It's an exciting week for history, really. Yesterday and leading up yesterday is just one for mankind, and I think it's great that we all get to take part of it. The whole week leading up to yesterday, something I'm glad I could be alive for. No, it's not the Mars lander. It's the first week of college football season. Haha. Now you're like, Mike, as in microphone. What are you talking about, fool? Football season doesn't start for another, 4 weeks? Bah. No, but spring practice is gone. Now we have summer practice. Camp is open. We have previews coming out. The coaches poll came out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's college football season. Week 1, baby. Now, sure, yeah, we landed on Mars again with a different rover and stuff like that, and it's really cool. Technology and stuff. Always a treat. Hope you all got to see that. But seriously, it's time for some serious college football snaction. So, what happened in the last week that made it so, I don't know, so memorable, so important in our history? Well, a lot of people are leaving. You want to talk about landing? A lot of recruits have landed in other universities from the old Penn State. I guess they're no more of a pin than they are like a throughway or a hallway. You know, they don't really keep anybody in. They just kind of let them go. And now these recruits, one by one, are landing in places like Oklahoma and Notre Dame and Texas and Rutgers, and they're going all over. Yeah. So solidarity, pomp and circumstance. It's a very key ingredient to college football, and it was nice to see the Penn State players who wanted to band together do that. Now the ones who double thought about and wanted to, play in a bowl and play in the big time, they left and they're gone. So it's expected. I mean, I don't know if we hit double digits just yet, but you're good for at least 10 or 20% of whoever is your starting unit to get out because of this. So it's really no surprise, but it is for the teams that had recruited these guys. And let's be serious, like the Silas Redd guy and then the guy that went to Oklahoma, the receiver, is probably the biggest pieces that are going to be missed. But they're not playing in a bowl this year, so they just gotta play for posterity, which is good. They should do that. That's all they get. So that happened. The Big East, right around that area, is looking for a championship type bowl kind of game. Don't know if they're gonna get it exactly, but it's nice that they're dreaming. Nothing really exciting there. Hey, guess what? The Champions Bowl, speaking of big-time money, is getting the same amount of money from ESPN that the Rose Bowl is getting. Thus, without its storied tradition putting itself on the same level as the Rose Bowl. Yes. We went down this playoff road. Tradition was going to get blown up. This is reality. Rose Bowl is just like a bowl that hasn't even been played ever before. There you go. So, what else? Tommy Reese got drunk and refused to rest or refused to cooperate He apologized for it, but now he can't play in the Notre Dame game in Ireland. So, yeah. Goodbye, Tommy Rees, for one game. Yeah. So, what else? Monte Ball from Wisconsin got his ass kicked. And it wasn't even in the ball game or any kind of practice. Apparently 5 guys jumped him. Not cool. What's even more not cool is that apparently there was a fight between football players and some other students or somebody at a party the night before. Ugh. Seriously, I don't know who wanted to prove what to the other person, but that's just ridiculous. When you're at your party, you gotta pop it like it's hot, drop low, get with some ladies. And if you're a football player, you can get a lady, so, back off. But Monte Ball didn't participate in any of the fighting, allegedly. But it's not cool when 5 guys jump him out of the blue and beat the crap out of him. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, I talked about Texas earlier. They got Penn State's kicker, so it's going to turn around the whole season for Texas. Hey, Casey Pachall admitted to smoking some weed for TCU. No surprise there, as pretty much the whole team was high when they got busted. Oh, counting them out. Because I just had some peanut butter. That's why. I can get into it, but I'm not. I never have. So Casey Pachall got off. I guess he got off. He's not getting any penalties. He's not being penalized for admitting to smoking the dubs and failing a drug test. So there's some other things, I guess, on campus that's in motion that's going to put him in plenty of trouble. But, yeah. None of that. So, boop-a-doop. So, we got... Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the coaches' poll. Just came out. Everybody's got their polls coming out. Sporting News did theirs. They put K-State at number 6. They got a lot of flack for that. Other polls are out. And I'm strictly speaking of Kansas State. The USA Today coaches poll put K-State at like 24, I think, or 25. No respect there. Thanks, coaches. And of course, Texas is overrated again. That's no surprise whatsoever. So when they cross paths, and I'm talking about going up and down next year, it'll be the same story again. As for me, my top 25, I don't make those lists, so I'm not going to give it to you. But I will have predictions coming up pretty soon. One thing to note about the USA Today coaches, this is our Picksters stuff, is that, 7 SEC teams are in the top 25 and 6 Big 12 teams. Run the numbers, half of SEC is in, more than half of the Big 12 is in. I know it's lame, when you don't have much head-to-head in the last couple years, you got to dip into those kind of numbers. But hey, I think it's very clear that the number 2 conference just happens to be the Big 12, and it makes great sense that they're playing the SEC in their Champions Bowl, because it's in the South and the Midwest. It's in warmer climate. It's where people are either moving or they're able to play the sport year-round, and you're starting to see it. So, sorry Pac-12, sorry Big Ten, sorry everybody else. That's just the way it is. Nick Saban doesn't like these predictions. I'm kind of not a fan. I think these are just used to kind of, water the mouth and get us hungry for the season. I think putting any weight on it or importance on it is kind of lame, and I think that's what Nick Saban of Alabama was trying to say, was that the coaches polls, the predictions hijack the rest of the season because it's a bunch of media guys and coaches arbitrarily putting a number on a team without really evaluating the talent. Getting a preseason rank at number 1 versus getting a preseason rank in 25 gives you, if anything, at the very least, the benefit of the doubt, and that's not smart. Although, I mean, on the flip side, if there were none, and then the poll came out in the first week of the season, you'd have a bunch of 1-0 teams being ranked in the top 25 after that, depending on how they looked. That's one of the things I liked about the BCS is that at least they waited until October to really come out with rankings. But it's a competition. You need to see who's number 1 coming out of the gate. I just hope they don't put that much weight on it because it's not that big a deal. So anyway, I am gonna celebrate the Mars lander now. So I'm done for this week. Now I keep teasing that I might actually do some previews, and who knows, I might get off my ass this weekend and do it. I'll have some time. Who knows? Me, right? I usually just claw. Rawr. But if you have any scratchings or itches that you want to pick at, leave a comment below and let me know. And subscribe, because this is what YouTube people do, is point up here. So subscribe, talk to me, let me know, and until then, next week I might run down some preview stuff. Who knows? The magic is in the air. We're celebrating history. We're celebrating college football awesomeness. Until then, see you later.